Hi ladies and gents, Pond here with another video for Rise of Empires, Ice and Fire. Thank you so much for your previous likes, comments and subscription to the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, why not click on that button and ring the bell so you can get notifications of whenever I'm dropping content on the channel. And now onto the topic of this video, and yes, the video is titled Winter is Coming, which is the latest kind of mini event in the game. And you can see that as we log into our castles today, you've got a new front loading screen and you've got a new display in the skin in the castle with this kind of Christmassy feel, winter feel to it, which of course we've seen in previous years as well. This video is not just about the Winter is Coming mini event, otherwise it would be literally a 30-second video. I am going to do a general update on a lot of elements of the game that have been updated. I think this is probably the most kind of changes we've had or additions into the game that we've had in the space of like what 10 days that we've ever had. So in the next 20 or so minutes I'm going to try and go through as much as I can as quickly as I can. I'll also be commenting on what the general feel of the community is from what I've seen at the end of the video, so if you want to just skip to that, of course, please do. Okay, first off, we've got Winter is Coming. It's a simple event like we've seen before. It's on the castle icon on the right hand side here, as you can see. A nice little pop-up, and it's one of these events where you have to go and help other castles just clicking on elements, and this time it's a frozen villager, and you have to request other lords to come to your castle to click on your frozen villagers. And for the first day's tasks you need to get 10 of each, so you can just share to your province, to your alliance, etc. that you have villagers of frozen, please help them. And you'll see that other people in your alliance will probably have this as well. And then basically what you're going to need to do is you can visit other people's castles if you don't have anyone currently showing that they have villagers that need to be frozen. So if we just quickly have a look for another DIC castle in 55. There we go, we'll go to Chip and you can just visit the castle, and then you're just looking for these frozen chaps. So you can see here they are, and you're going to get 10 diamonds for each one that you can get. So that's 3. Let's just have a quick look around. There we go, 4 and 5. And then your daily limit is going to be 5 per castle. So if you click on any more, the number of items you acquired from this castle today has been reached. So you'll have to go and visit another castle. And then to the maximum that you can do for a daily limit is 10. So that's basically how it's going to be. Once you hit the rewards, you can just go onto the screen and claim. So there's 2 different rewards for today: 100 courage medals, some hero XP, resources, speed ups. And if 10 frozen villagers in your castle have been released, then you'll get a super recruitment ticket, 50 courage medals, some resources and speed ups. And it will just increase every day, basically, the higher the level you get. So that is Winter is Coming very quickly. Now, we also have the December update. So if we go into mail, this was published on all the socials and also in our mail as well from Rise of Empire Studio. What's coming up in December? Well, we've got quite a lot of new features. So the Battlefield of Honor is upgraded. A Legion mode is added, allowing up to 80 players to take the challenge together. So currently the limit has been 20 players, plus you can have people spectating and you can have reserves. By 80 players, I can't imagine it being 80 players on the same little map unless they're going to expand the size of the map. Or could it be that they're going to have multiple maps? Could you have multiple options every day where you could send 4 teams for Battlefield of Honor? Because it says Legion mode, it makes me feel like you're going to have 4 teams of 20 perhaps. Hopefully then you would be able to acquire, as an alliance, you can acquire more winnable Battlefield of Honor winning rewards and also losing rewards, and hopefully then you can accumulate more of the resources that you gain from those rewards. That's my hope for it. I don't have anything confirmed. Competition among 8 provinces will be available on weekends in the warm-up match of Clash of Province. That sounds like to me that it's going to be 8-way KE. right? The way that we used to have it in the old seasons, in ROC seasons 1 to 4 in the old estates, or 3 in the new estates, where on Sundays you could go to any 8 states in your group and you could do KE. I'm really hoping that's what this means. Eden will be optimized. There will be no cooldown when you enter or exit the season map for the first time on the first day. There will be an item helping your Legion complete the province quests. That's kind of interesting. Maybe that means that you could be in Eden, but then you could send a Legion to do something relating to something in your province. I guess that's what that is. Not having the 10-minute cooldown, it's something people have wanted for a long time. It's going to help streamline gameplay. You know, it's always been, what if you were just wanting to log on quickly in the morning and check something, or set a pad or something, or having to wait 10 minutes. It was just an absolute faff. So I'm glad they've got rid of that. Personally, I'd like to see them reduce the cooldown as well for the rest of the time that you're playing to something like a 2-minute cooldown or a 5-minute cooldown. If they have the technology the ability to get rid of it entirely, then why have it so long in the first place for the other elements of Eden? That's what I'd like to see changed. 4-star dragon is coming. You'll be able to unlock the ability to weaken the enemy's legion's treatment effect, so that's going to debuff healing basically. Level 4 had to come at some point. It's been 6 months since the initial change in the red dragon. That we had that back in June. So a lot of players, spenders, have got their dragons, you know, maxed at level 3. They need to then unlock the additional levels in for the new skills as well in that system. So they had to do an upgrade on a dragon sooner or later. New title system. When certain conditions, you'll be able to have exclusive titles displayed on the world map. Doesn't sound very exciting to me. I'm not sure that's going to be. That just sounds like a visual change to me. Friendly matches will come soon. You'll be able to have some friendly matches on the world map so as to test your Legion's ability. This is something that a lot of people have asked for, so I'm really pleased to see that this has been added finally. I think it is an excellent idea, as long as you're not going to be consuming stamina when you're doing tests, because, like, you know, you don't consume goes when you're doing the tests on the weekend big marauders, giant marauders. So and how will you be able to set it up? Will you select a friendly match option? Will you have to, like, will both competitors taking part have to select that option and then you can attack each other? Or could you select friendly and then potentially hit anyone on your map, including even players from your own alliance? Because I think that would be a good idea. If it's set up like that, that will be excellent. We'll have to wait and see. New heroes will arrive. There will be more possibilities in the hero combination. I'm sure everyone's seen, as they woke up this morning, there's been a lot of change in terms of the heroes. Ramses has been released into the hero banners. We actually had a mail about this, didn't we, here? I'm just doing this from my pond solo. So he is a archer's hero, works with basic attack combos. Warden and Spectral Reaper definitely looks the best. He massively increases damage, plus he gives an extra basic attack during turns 3 to 6, and yeah, the physical damage increase is insane. I'm going to do a more detailed video on him later. He's going to be available from S3 onwards, and then we have 2 new SX14 heroes coming, and also it looks like a Joan of Arc style hero who looks like it will be the latest multi-copy hero similar to Cleo and Alfred. But again, we're still waiting on that to be like released into the game. I know a few players have seen her in their code. And then finally, we've got the Christmas event. Christmas and New Year's events will be available for a limited time. Participate in the Christmas wishlist to get the new castle skin for free. As usual, I'm sure they'll have a Christmas tree and the various events that you have to do over Christmas, like the snowman and all that kind of, the Yeti, etc. I'm sure we'll get all of that again, and the chance to get a free skin, as long as it's a good one and hopefully like actually has some benefits like buffs, then that would be good as well. Next up, we have cumulative purchase event. So this has also come out in the game today. If we go into benefit center, sorry, shouldn't be in the castle view, then we're going to see the latest cumulative purchase event, which, as you can see from the mail, it is going to be available for a limited time, 10 days, with more bonuses offered. There's even more surprise items in the 4x gem pack. and basically you'll be able to get a Egypt Queen Biography skin, yes, a skin, hero skin for Cleo, and also a Legion skin. So if we go into Benefit Center, you can see it is in this Carnival gift. And the various, now the main thing to look at here is that you have to spend, well, you have to purchase 2 million gems. Now, if you work that out at 20k packs being, say, $100, that's $10,000 investment for players to max out this cumulative purchase event in 10 days. I think it's the second highest, most costly event ever, and it's really questionable about this. I mean, let's look at the rewards. In total, you're getting 612,000 gems back, 582 super recruitment tickets, gold, hero XP, Mark of Fallen, 45,450 courage medals. You're also getting 105,000 super dragonite. You're getting 1 million VIP points, 10,000 blood-soaked dragonite, 100 of these dragon crystals, which obviously would take a normal free-to-play player 100 days to accumulate. And then the two main elements are the underground Sprite Legion skin. I'm not really very impressed with this. It's a bit of a colourful design, that's quite nice, but only 5% extra might and defense, 2% and only 2% siege might for a permanent attribute boost. That's if you spend 500,000 gems. So that's like over $2,000 investment to get to this point, and you're getting a pretty poor hero Legion skin in my opinion. And of course, the main big ticket item, well, there's several elements to this. There is this advanced biography seal where you're getting 200 in the event, and we've seen this biography seal now available in the bar and also in purchasable packs. My hunch, and I haven't got this confirmed, is it seems like it's going to link to this Cleo, the last Wadjet biography skin, and this just looks crazy. If we quickly look at her bio stats, it is really insane. So she's going to be available from S3 and onwards as well. If we look at the bio attributes, they're on another level to everything we've seen from the other hero skins so far. 15% more army might, 12% extra tactical, 12% HP, 15% defense, 12% tactical resistance, and 4.5% extra troop damage. The most we've seen from one of these skins giving extra damage is 1.5%. So these are all really significant boosts. This is actually the biggest set of boosts from any kind of premium element in the game. Any castle skin, whether it's like a perfect castle skin, I can't think of anything that had this much significant impact on stats. Inheriting skill, it's amending her 8th skill, which is a combat skill, so it can be silenced and suppressed, and it's adding an extra 15% chance to extend her confusing status for another round. And on top of that, so the normal 10th skill does 225% damage, this will do 271% damage, which isn't a massive increase, but it does last 2 rounds, I guess. But I think the main thing, and then the preserving skill, the hero squad takes negative 10%, so 10% less physical damage. Again, that is double what this usual preserving skill buff is. And the Hero's Legion deals 5% more damage to silence, disarm, suppress and confused enemy squads. Of course, you're always going to put her in a status combo, or most likely you're going to put her in a status combo that are doing these effects. So the whole Legion doing extra damage when this is usually actually just might or resistance, again, this is a significant extra preserving skill. It all adds up what you're doing with it. So yeah, it's good luck to you guys if you're going to be doing that cumulative purchase. It's a very expensive event, but getting this kind of massively high level Cleo at the end, it's going to make a big difference. We have more hero skins as well. Rozen has come out today, so she is available as the Rose trial, and people are busy buying her at the moment. It's still this same process as we've seen from the Lawman and the Bleeding Steed releases, and kind of, well, we'll have to wait and see. I'll go into more specific details in her own individual pack for her. It's still 1.4% chance to get her, and she's going to be available from S4, as you would expect. So they are staggering the releases of these normal skins as well, but I will do a video on that later. Following on, we have also new tech in the game. So 2 different types of tech. There's Art of War, which is Art of War Raid. It's available at X1, so it's here on the Institute list, and you can see from the description, this is going to consume courage medals, gold, food, lumber, and other basic resources. And I understand that also it does consume war badges in the second half of it as well. The tech will boost your might, resistance, and HP of your soldiers, and increase the siege attacker damage of non-lofty soldiers, helping you break into enemy castles more easily. I mean, buffing non-lofty soldiers, I mean, that's good for, I guess that's good for free-to-play players. It's probably going to annoy spenders that are investing in their lofty troops, but I presume it's kind of been done with an element to try and even things up. There is also another tech that's available for those players that are at C30, the new maximum castle level, and that is called Guard Rally Tech. It's available from S3 onwards, and that's going to boost might resistance, level 10 troop count, tactical resistance by 5%, tactical might by 5%, HP by 5%, and that is using courage medals as well. So lots and lots and lots of new tech. After all of that, we also had, we're waiting for matchmaking to be announced in the next 24 hours. I'm recording this video on Thursday, the 1st of December. But we have had the season schedule announced by the devs in Discord recently. So let's have a look at what the seasonal, the kind of groupings are going to be for the coming SX14 season. So you can see that S1 to 184 are together again, having SX14 North and South Eden, so we're not doing 4-way faction. Registration is going to be this Monday, the 5th of December. States 185 to 296 are also have caught up with the older states and are doing X14 North-South faction as well. There's been a lot of chat about this. I think most players, certainly in the oldest states, and I'm talking about like from 1 to into the 100s, a lot of these players were keen to merge these two together, so you would have the top bracket of states 1 to 296 for Eden, not necessarily migration, but definitely Eden, and then have this 297 to 360, which are at SX12, separate still. I'm not sure this is a good idea by the devs. They're really implementing so much new content in the game. Surely, I think we're going to see a lot of players leaving in the coming days. I really think that we needed to see a refresh in the matchups. You know, like 265 coming up against, you know, your 120s, and Kronos against Akali, and you know, getting Boss from 37 and us from 90 and 127. Everyone kind of mixed up together. Some new challenges, new opponents. Most of us, certainly in the older states, have been playing up against a lot of the same players for well over a year now. And yeah, I was very surprised that the devs weren't prepared to expand on the Eden brackets. Let's look at those below. So as I've already said, 297 to 360 are going to be in SX12 with North-South. 409 to 456 are in X11, but they're going to have 4-way faction. And then you've got 457 to 520 in X10 with North and South, and 521 to 552 in X8 with North and South. Every line below that must be in X2, I guess, as they haven't announced it. So I don't know. Are people going to want to hang around for another 3 months to do SX14 against the same people that they've been battling against before? I think the next kind of 24 hours are going to be really key in the game for potentially, specifically the older players who are watching this video from states 1 to 184. They need to get the matchups right. There need to be decent matchups, properly done, competitive, fun seasons for everyone. If they're not doing that, I think there's going to be a lot of disappointment between all of the players in the kind of bracket of the game that I play in. For those of you that are in the younger seasons, I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts on all this kind of additional content that we've had in the game recently. I think you're looking at potentially, for the players that are in the older states that are getting all of this new content released, you're expecting non-spenders and small spenders and even medium spenders to put up with an awful lot of new content put into the game that is going to increase the disparity between all of us and the top spenders in the game, and the devs have dropped it all in one go. And from the top spenders' point of view, the devs are asking them to invest potentially $20,000 to $25,000 basically in the space of 10 days with all these hero skins, the new Ramesses. We've got this potential additional new exclusive hero, Joan of Arc, which looks like being a multi-copy hero. You're wanting to invest a huge amount of money right now into the game in a very small amount of time, just to keep up, not through their own choice, because they want to invest in being competitive in, keeping up in Eden or winning an Eden battle or whatever. They have to get these things if they want to remain in the top 1% of the game, the players in the game. I get that you can stagger. These things are being released for the newer players of the game, and I'm talking about people that are probably in S2, S3 and earlier. All of these new kind of elements I've talked about in the last 10 minutes are being added in a staggered manner throughout the game. So, hero skins are coming in S3, S4, X1, X10 in the case of Lawman's. And the new tech that we've seen is coming in like S3, S4, X1, X8. I get it. It makes sense that it's staggered. But for those of us that are already at this further stage of the game, who are getting bombarded with all this stuff in one go, I completely understand why everyone is so unhappy, why we are seeing so many people leaving the game. And I really think it is a terrible strategy by the developers. I don't even know if it is a strategy or if they're just bombarding us because they want to. I really don't know anymore. And it makes my job doing the channel incredibly difficult. I always want to cover the new content. I'm always going to do videos on new bits in the game. I want to teach people about the game. I want to explain things in the game. That's always been a main element of my channel, and I think I still have done that as much as I can, and I want to just cover everything as much as I can through the channel. But again, like I say, I do share everyone's disappointment and frustration and anger about how the game has been changing, particularly even more so in the last 10 days or so. So those are my final thoughts on everything. It's been a very long video. If you've made it all the way through to here, thank you so much for sticking it with me. I'd be very interested to hear any constructive comments. I've heard it a million times before. I get it. You're not happy with the game. Don't play the game anymore. Find another game. That's fine. I'm not holding anyone to ransom playing this game. But if you feel like you understand what's happening, or you've got like your own thoughts on it, of course, I'm happy to read positive and negatives in the comment section down below. So please do leave your comments. And of course, if you have liked this video, or even if you haven't liked this video, if you could please share this video and my channel in your Alliance chat, province chat, through Line, WhatsApp, Viber, Discord, whatever you use to communicate with your fellow players in the game, that would be very much appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.